Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of what's new and going on in the PM world. How are we doing this morning, gentlemen? We all good?
Fine, thank you very much. Not too bad at all.
Matt's glowing after his week in the sun.
Glowing.
I bet you timed it perfectly, because obviously you went out just after it was all on fire, and then you've come back just before it floods.
Yeah, I heard on the radios coming in that people are stuck out there because there's torrential storms and bad storms,
and all
aren't
the rest
they?
of it,
We just literally missed them as they were coming over Corfu. So, so we just got out in time before they shut the airspace when we went, and just come back before they shut it again because of storm. So yeah, we proper dodged it.
Timed that one to perfection.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Good job. Anyway, Andy was holding the fort last week and did a fantastic job over at PM Towers, getting all your pre-orders out. Obviously, we had various stuff. We had Tomcats going out. We had dinosaurs going out. Sea Kings going out. Busy time.
Yeah. Apologies for people not getting all the Sea Kings in one go. They came into us in dribs and drabs, thanks to the Courier, who decided that they didn't want to bring us all in one go.
Instead of bringing them all in one, they decided to bring them in little dribbles.
Oh, yeah, and I went in on Saturday because we knew they said they were bringing an order in on Saturday, and we received 4 kits.
Which is...
That was good.
Just awful. Absolutely awful. But anyway, they all the pre-orders have now gone out for the Sea King. Unfortunately, we have sold out. We will get some more in. But if you do want one, stick your name down, obviously on the old wait list, and you'll get an email notification as long as Andy remembers to press notify all people. Yeah. So that will go through. But yes, so as I say, apologies, it did take a little bit longer, but it wasn't Airfix and it wasn't us. It was literally DPD. Name and shame them. They need a bigger lorry, clearly, because it was ridiculous. I get it here, to be honest. When we get deliveries here, they're like, we've got because we order the bottles, and it's like, we order 10,000 at a time, and when they come in, he's like, they're in bundles of 1,000, and he's like, I've got 3 with you, I think there's another driver this afternoon, and he's got 2, and the rest will come in, because I couldn't get them all in the van. You're like, brilliant. So, glad you paid for shipping to have it all delivered timely on time, and all the rest of it.
I think ours came over 4 days, I think it was, and it was just, silly.
I'd say the big problem is that the boxes that they come to us in, there was only 3 in a box, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that was the thing, because obviously you've got an outer box and then an inner box, and then you've got the kit box.
Yeah.
So
at least they do come in their own box, though.
Yes, that does help. Definitely from us for getting them out.
Well done, Airfix, with that. That's brilliant, because all you do is stick a label on it and then send it back out again. It's great. So
definitely.
Yes, they've all gone out.
Cool.
So,
very, very nice indeed. So anyway, if you, obviously we are waiting on that one. It's either with you or it'll be with you right now. Everyone's paid for that, haven't they? I think that's all clear.
I think we've got one person to pay, but there's still one to go out who doesn't want it until next week. And then
that's fine, yeah.
Mr. Buller, who hasn't had his yet. I think that's it.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough. Well, that's all right. You can get his at the weekend then.
Yeah, that was the plan,
yeah.
Cool, very good. So, a couple of things obviously mentioned this week. Obviously, Tamiya, we sort of badly kept secret, I think, with the F-35B 148 scale to go along with their A version. Again, it's totally their kit. It's not anything to do with Italeri, but this is where it got a little bit confusing, because it did say in one of their press releases a while back that it was like a joint thing between both, but I think what they mean by that was it was a joint thing with the information they were sharing between the kits, not the tooling. So that's why the the Italeri kit, which isn't the back kit at all, they've already done the B. This one here apparently is Tamiya's own one. And if you look at the parts breakdown, you can see what they're going to do. It's just going to be a new fuselage top and bottom bits, and the tailpipe section as well for it. So hopefully in the very near future we'll see the C as well. So we've got all 3 of the new Lightning II family, which will be very nice.
Yeah.
So we've got that one coming along. And the other thing as well, which... Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, we will put it up for pre-order, just waiting for confirmation on the price, and the Mr. Rep's coming to see us on Friday, isn't he? So we'll make sure we check with him.
Pin him down and see if we can get a price out of him.
Yeah, because I know some people have put it up for the prices, but we can't seem to find the price for it, so we're going to just confirm the price and then put it up on Friday, probably.
So in the other one as well, from Tamiya, is the press release which is coming out about doing a new tooled 148 scale Wildcat / Marlet. So this will be the FM-1 kit, which we all think is just a little bit odd.
Is there anyone, because I know Airfix did the 72nd one, didn't they?
Yes.
Has anyone else done a Marlet?
Yeah, Armour Hobbies.
Oh, I'm obviously did. Oh,
Yeah.
That's 72nd, yeah, but we're talking 72nd here.
72nd, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure, I don't think he'd done a Marlet yet. And I'd done a Marlet.
I don't think they've officially done a Marlet, no. I'm not
Well,
that
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
them.
Obviously,
But obviously their Wildcat's very nice.
yeah. Don't
So-
make money for Tammy though, does it?
Well, this is true. This is true.
But will a Marlet make money for Tammy?
Yeah, well, Marlet, yeah. So, yeah, again, it just seemed a little bit weird. When that one came out, it was one of those where I didn't want to jump on it straight away because sometimes you get press releases and all people do is make up a load of rubbish and put Tamiya at the top of a bit of paper and off they go and it's like, ooh. And I've been caught like that before. But it's not April Fool's and it turns out it is correct. It just seems like we were saying, I can understand them doing something like a Hellcat, but it seems funny of them to do that one off the bat. But they've obviously done their bit of research and the bits and pieces.
Well, the only
Interesting
thing
kit.
is, they've already got a Wildcat in the range, haven't they? Because I built it.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's getting a bit long in the tooth, to be fair, but it's still a half decent kit. I think it's okay. Obviously, it's been superseded with the Edard one in it, but yeah, I don't know. They're playing it very safe, Tamiya, aren't they? Let's be honest. The releases
Yes.
are very, very safe at the minute.
Yeah, yeah.
So and they have been for the past few years. So if we go back, obviously COVID and everything else, it's been, I think like safe releases that they know.
Let's see. Where's the 30-second kits?
I bet
Yeah,
they banged them on
this
the
is
head
it.
because they're just
I know.
not viable to do it business wise, is it? They obviously studied the market, so
I do think it
Interesting,
seems to
isn't
be
it?
that thing from since COVID. A lot of the companies were thinking about it before anyway, because obviously Trumpeter's 30-second stuff seemed to dry up, wasn't it? And they were prolific at that type of thing. And now obviously Tamiya seem to have put the brakes on the 30-second kits. The only
suppose
person who's routinely chucking them out is Airfix.
But it's the cost of the development to the return they're going to get from selling it, isn't it? Obviously, I don't know. But
Because the funny thing was, we did discuss this a few years ago, wasn't it? And we were saying about how, 30-second stuff is a little bit unsustainable because the price of kits were going up and they were getting really expensive, very big, and people, one, can't afford them, secondly, got nowhere to put them and all the rest of it. But that's our opinion, but the underflow seemed to be go big, wasn't it? Because we were seeing armour coming along in 16th scale, and we were seeing like 30-second scale kits all the time coming out, and bombers, and it was, at the time I was thinking, I don't understand it. I can't, from a business point of view and as a modelling point of view, because I have the hassle with like just 48 scale stuff. Where'd you put them all? But when you're into the 30-second scale stuff, it's it's a big time, it's a big investment, and you're buying one kit that might last you a year or two to build it, for a normal modeler, and it's like just I don't know. You think you do lots of little ones and just rattle them through, isn't it? It's more like having a sort of on a little bit of a roll. But again, companies do it, keep chucking them out. But Tamiya seems to literally pull back, and Trumpeter as well now. So interesting to see what they'll be coming out with in the future.
saying that as you sat there with a 24 scale Harrier in front of you, and I've got a 30-second.
Yeah.
And me,
Spitfire.
I've got a 30-second Spitfire there.
Yes, that's for next year.
Yeah.
So no one touches them and no one goes
Nobody
to
touches the big stuff.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just the idiots on the internet. But
You've just got to look on my rack there, the big kits at the top. Yeah.
yeah, and to be honest, we were talking about it before. We've all got big stuff in the stash and that, but the companies who are actually releasing it don't seem to be doing too much at the moment. Which
Be interesting to know the sales thing on the HK A20.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
That's done for them. It's a really detailed kit, but it's not cheap. It's quite an expensive kit, and but it's really nice, isn't it? So
yeah, absolutely. That's a classic example. I think now, if you was to see, a 30-second scale kit, that kit's what, 220 quid? Full
Something
retail
like that.
on that, something like that. So a lot of money, a lot of investment. But don't get me wrong, it is a mega kit, beautiful kit. But I think that's what you're going to be expecting to pay prices for now. Is it upwardly of the £200 mark for this type of stuff? And that particular bomber isn't that big. It's only a medium bomber. So you're probably in the realms of like large modern fighters and stuff like that who are the same size. So that's where you are now. We always used to do that thing, wasn't it? 50 quid got you a nice 48 scale kit, 100 quid got you a 30-second scale kit. Now it's 100 quid, 200 quid. So
Well, as we've got to answer later, it's £100 for a 7-second kit now.
Apparently, yes.
Apparently. Allegedly.
Allegedly. So one of the questions, but it's interesting. I must admit, I still think, you get companies like, with HK with that Havoc. It's a beautiful kit. They've really stepped up, and I can appreciate the amount of work that's gone into designing that kit, and obviously with the manufacturing of it. So, £200, I don't think it's a lot of money. Not when you're into that level of detail. What would sort of pains me a little bit is other companies, we said before, who charge a lot of money for what is technically either a NAF kit or a mediocre kit. They're pushing the envelope. I don't mind it. If you're just playing stagnant, I might, hold a bit of a grudge there.
But then when you think how long it's going to take you to actually build a quality kit like that, you get a lot of value out of the time doing it.
Yeah.
As long as you stick to it and get it done.
Yeah, but if you push through and finish it off.
He did his exhaust last night, didn't you, Andy?
Exhaust last night, yeah.
Oh, was that it?
I did a bit of all the spraying that needed doing, but yeah.
Cool.
Getting there. Hey, it's the journey, not the destination.
That's what we said on yesterday's show, wasn't it? It's about the journey, not the destination.
I'm enjoying every minute of it. I'm enjoying it, actually. It's just getting myself knuckled down to get it done. So
true.
Get it done.
It's
anyway,
right.
not about that, is it? It's about...
So what we're not going to do today is go into the special section.
Right.
But what I will say is, by the time you see this show later,
yes,
it will be different. So no point going in there because it's same as yesterday and last week. But Andy's going to be on it as soon as we've done this.
Yeah, we haven't changed the store much this past week because there's been pre-orders
going off, isn't there?
So
by the time you see this show, go into the special section because there'll be some new gear in there for you to peruse and buy. I think. Yes.
Cool. We can do that one. Okay, so over in the book section, we have new in the Skyhawk.
Yes, we do. The new real to replica book.
Very nice. Very cool. So this covers basically everything from the A right the way up to the TF4F. Which have I got? I've got the TF4J kit. So yes, so we were saying all the Hasegawa kits. Yeah. And the Hobby Boss did a version of it?
Hobby Boss, yeah, you might get Trumpy 30-second ones, or the other does. I don't know what's in that yet, but so that's new in. So
yes, this is part of the old Real to Replica book series as well. So very nice with that one.
We've got a few more as well coming down the line. There's a couple of F4 books coming, like the international ones.
Yeah.
So the Turkish ones, I presume, the Greek and whatever. And that, we've got a Vigilante book.
Very nice, which was the largest carrier-borne aircraft, wasn't it, I think?
Yeah.
Down on there.
Huge thing.
I must admit, I did hear the story that it carries extra fuel tanks in its bomb bay, which is a really weird system on it because it's between the tailpipes of the engines and it's like a tube runs up through the fuselage. So apparently, when it used to carry the fuel tanks in there, when they were doing it, they used to fire it off the catapult and all the fuel tanks would come out the back. Because it would be ripped off with a force because it's fluid and obviously it gets tracked off the carrier and the fuel tanks would burst out the back. So that soon got canned off, that idea.
That sounds very safe.
Safety,
So, yes. But I saw an interview once with a Vigilante pilot who was saying about that. So, that changed the loads and the weights measures and everything else on that one.
Yeah.
But, very much an overlooked aircraft. I remember building the Trumpeter one back in the day.
That's about it, really. There's the old Airfix one, the 72nd one from God knows when. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, the Trumpeter 72nd one, I'll get words out, and the 48th one, which are early Trumpy as well, aren't they? Let's be honest, they're very early Trumpeter kits. I mean, the riveting on the 48th ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It made the recessed rivets on this look like perfect. They're very, very heavy. But interesting aircraft, very, very nice. And actually, to be honest, that Trumpeter does build up quite nicely. I've got fond memories of that one back in the day.
Yeah.
So, yes. And obviously, we're planning on getting more books in and restocks in and all the rest of it.
We've got the thing next to it at the top. Hold on, you.
Yeah,
Sky Warrior book.
That's it.
Another big lump on a carrier.
It is, yeah.
The Sky Warrior again. There's a few kits out of that if you can get hold of the Hasegawa one's a really nice one, and then obviously Trumpeter did the 48th one. So
they say you did that one a couple of years ago, didn't you?
I did a destroyer, different B-66, different
Oh, right.
aircraft.
The Air Force
Looks very
version.
similar, but completely
Yeah.
different aircraft.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, so that's out, and then the last one is the Canberra book that we've got.
Very nice.
And then there's another version of that coming out. So this is the bomber version, and then the fighter version is going to come out, and I presume the recon one as well.
Right.
If you like your Canberras.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the later book, with the number 2 book, will cover the B-57 as well, is it? The American
The
version?
American version, yeah.
So yeah, anyway, so they're the new books, and then we've got, like I said, there's a few more coming down the line as well, and one of them will be the UK version of a Phantom, so Spey Engine Phantom, so RAF and Navy Phantoms as well, book at some point, hopefully not long.
And the Seeking.
And the Sea King books as well, which we think will be quite popular. That does cover RAF and Royal Navy Sea Kings as well. It is Westland Sea Kings.
It's the Westland Sea King book, yeah.
So,
Which...
and not very expensive either, to be honest. They're quite well priced for for what
definitely.
they are. They're quite detailed, nice books. So yes, that's it.
Cool. Very, very nice. Good job.
Straight to pre-orders then.
Right, okay, over to pre-orders. So,
Everyone's shut.
right, okay, so in one we've got, this is the ICM, oh God, how would you pronounce that? Is that a Cossack?
Cossack, yeah.
Cossack
What's that
2.
Yeah.
So basically it's an MRAP.
Yeah, this actually went up a good few weeks ago now, but obviously someone's put the name down for it again.
Yes.
But this can't be far off, so if anyone does want one, get your name down quicker. We'll, I don't think it'll be long before they get them in.
Yes. Very nice. And this one is a special kit dedicated to the Independence Day of Ukraine.
Yes.
Oh,
Whenever that was. So, yes, good job. So anyway, if you do fancy one of those, pop your name down for it. As I say, we've got some older bits down in here. Obviously, the DAS Works half-track, as I say. This must be getting somewhat close on these now.
yeah, we went through a lot of them yesterday, closed them down, pre-ordered them, and you know, had a good sort out, and because obviously we've got some stuff coming in today. And obviously last week was the dinosaurs and the F-14B.
Yeah.
Today we've got coming in the MP4 main kit, the Fly Hawk Dauntlesses are coming in, and the F4 Phantom E from Meng as well.
Yes.
So they're all slowly dribbling. We're hoping to obviously get the ferrets in. That's got to be released from Airfix soon, so they'll be coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all starting to now dribble. It's getting to that time of year, isn't it? We're going to get into third quarter time where it's going to ramp up. So a lot of the pre-orders that's been up there should, it says, fingers crossed, be coming through.
Yeah.
And actually reaching us. So, you know, it's all good. We're hoping for some new stuff as well. Obviously, the Gannet October from Airfix, and you know, we've like I say, we're waiting for prices as well, aren't we? So we can get some other new stuff up. So yeah.
I like the way the steering wheel's facing downwards.
It's
Yes.
very weird, and I think he must sit. Yeah, I don't know how he sits in it, but yeah.
He's just on the
That's
top
how
of
they
the
are.
wheel,
Yeah.
you know.
He's
So,
a low rider.
yeah, that's it.
They've got to see out the top, haven't they? So it must be. Yeah, it must just use the top of it. It's weird.
Well, I say it's a little. Perhaps they do that so the steering wheel's not blocking his line of vision. Angle it back slightly so he can see, because it looks like from the if it's the top of that bar here and is that one there, there's not a lot of room. So, anyway, very nice indeed. Fully detailed. Obviously, nice little half track there. So here we've got, which again, this is about a month away. We're thinking, wasn't this October?
Yeah,
November?
I think so. That's another one. Yeah.
For the classic Stuka, classic kits. Just saying, very nice.
Classic box art.
Classic box art, as I say, very nice as well. And that'd be a nightmare if you've got a shop displaying that. If it's around that way, isn't it?
Top shelf job, wouldn't you? And
Yes.
It's a nightmare for the website trying to put it on.
Yeah,
when
that's
we
it.
haven't got
Yeah,
sales,
because obviously ours are in that way. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a bit of a thing.
Oh yeah, that's in portrait mode, isn't it? Not landscape.
Very nice.
They have to shrink it, Andy.
Yeah, tiny little one. You can't even see what it is then to fit it in. But yes. So anyway, there's the classic Stuka kit. It's the same type of thing. I remember reminiscing. You saying about that because they're around that way. It always used to be, wasn't it? You went in your model shop and you'd have your Harriers up at the top. And all the 24th scale, they were always the one on the top because it didn't fit on a shelf. So they'd always be lined up, weren't they, up there going along. Looking at them as a kid, dreaming one day
Yeah. I can't afford that £12.
No, that's it. Yes, it's out of my pocket money range, but one day.
Well, out of pocket money range, isn't it?
Yes, that's it. Right. Inappropriate thought in my head then. I will not say that out loud. Right,
No,
okay.
please
So, another one as well is the Sunderland, which I will say thank you to the person, I can't remember who it was now, put up the video of it landing on grass after we pointed out last time. It's got big holes in the bottom. How's he going to get down? But apparently they still land him in a field. Grassy field and slid, and it was fine. Well, it's not fine, but it's everyone walked away, which is good, and it didn't sink.
Well, that recovery was fun.
Yeah. But,
it's not a small thing, is it? At all?
No, try and get it up onto its gear. But no, it landed in this grassy field and it just slid all the way and then stopped and then they all got out. So it was
That must have been
ideal.
a long field.
Yes. So, but anyway, there we go. So if you do fancy the special hobby at Sunderland, we want one
Did
in
it not plough
148.
through a few hedges on its way?
No, well, I don't know. There's actually a short little video about it and some photos, and you can. It was put up on the forum. It's quite interesting.
Okay.
I did see it. So, but yeah, we'd still like to see a 48 scale. I don't want to do a 32nd one of these, but a 48th one would be nice.
Yeah.
I think you could do a lot with that. I don't know what you do with it afterwards, but you
I
could
could
put it all in
say,
there.
yeah, where would you put that? That's massive. I told you I can get you a 48th one. I've told you I can get you
Do
one.
not
Fine.
want a VAC 4 one, thank you.
You know, now you've tackled that thing in front of you, a back form will be a walk in the park.
No. I'm not going down that one. The Qatari Spitfire. I don't know if it's this one, but I noticed yesterday on social media they were putting up some pictures of another version of it they're releasing, is it?
I don't know.
I just saw it on social media, and I think it was from Qatari themselves. I don't know if they've got another one coming down the line, another Mark 1.
All right.
I don't know if this one's the early, the late early, or the mid-afternoon early, what version. But
it's
I'd imagine from that they could probably do the original one that was in silver. The
prototype, you mean?
The prototype one, yeah.
they are certainly getting their money's worth out of that first iteration, though,
Yeah.
by going through all the different versions of it. But can we move on now to perhaps a Mark 2? And
Five.
Then Mark 5. Well, that's what we
yeah.
want, the Mark 5C, and then obviously up to those. That'll be the interesting ones from my point of view. But anyway, as you say, if you do fancy that one coming down the line at some point in the nearest future. What else we got? As I say, it's all gone quiet now. I've had a massive plethora of all this stuff flying in, and then that's it.
we're very informative today.
Yeah, we're all over the place today. So never mind. Right, okay, on to questions then, which is one. So, literally, hi guys, will we be doing the pre-order for Hong Kong models 148 scale Dam Busters Lancaster? Which we will. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
That's it. Yeah, what can we do? Yeah. Yeah. We've got a price. We can put it up.
Yes, that's it. As I said before, the reason we don't just chuck them straight up is we want to know a price first so we can tell you how much it's going to be. Otherwise, before we've had it where we've been given a rough idea of a price and then we've been caught 'cause it's 20 quid more. And you're like, brilliant. So, no, that's all right. So,
Yeah, at the moment, only prices we've got now are sort of like the Japanese prices, and they don't work out to UK prices. Got VAT and imports and all sorts, and it depends on how much the pound is at the time of the.
Tell you what I did see. Sorry, I know it was mentioned. I think before I was away, but there's a box art up for the Takum late Apache D. Is it?
yes.
Takum kit.
Yes.
I did see it somewhere yesterday or Monday or whenever, I can't remember. But yes. So
Again, this is a little bit confusing because I thought the later Apaches didn't have the scope with the rubber bit where they look round onto the TDAC on the front. But I was looking at the press release thing from it, and I thought it would just have the screen then and be very similar to an Echo the way they do it, because I thought that's what the difference was. But this one has got the as well.
You've been very nerdy.
I am being a bit nerdy on it, but
Because I've got no idea what you're on about, to be honest. But you're a flight sim person, so you'll
well,
know.
this is it. Yes, that's because I go
You're
around in my
qualified.
DCS. I am fully qualified pilot.
Do you know when you do your flight simming?
Yeah.
Have you done airliners?
I did years and years ago. I moved mainly over to military and helicopters
Did
now.
you have to speak with a proper posh accent like
Yes,
this?
you do. Yes. Hello, Speedbird 135, climbing flight level 29.
We'll
So,
be landing
yes.
at East Midlands Airport in...
Yes, thank you for flying.
Thank you.
Courier Airways.
It's a bit like I've done my international GT3 racing license on Gran Turismo.
That's it. You see, we're all fully qualified.
Video games keeping relationships alive since 1980.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, keeping us out of everyone's hair for hours on end. Right, okay, well look, I know it's a bit of a rubbish show today, but to be honest, we're playing catch up and we haven't got a lot to talk about. So, but anyway, we will be back with you tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. So if you'd like to join us then for that particular show, we'll be live with you and I will be building... What did we say I was going to do?
I thought we were doing a night show tomorrow.
Are we doing a night show? I thought we were doing a day show. Because we did 2 night shows
Yeah,
in a row.
but you only covered a night show because I weren't here when it should have been our day show, so isn't that going to trip the sync out?
It should be a night show this
It
week.
should technically be a night show tomorrow. Can't you do a night show either?
I can, I think. I don't know. I haven't checked my diary. Dams! Can I play tomorrow night at 7:30? Can I go out to play for an hour and a half? I'll be in before the street light comes on. Oh well, I was going to mention about I'm starting this one as the next live build.
Yeah, well, no, we can do a live show to the world.
Once this box is not flattened. So yes.
Hey, we could do a live show to the world.
We could do, yes.
Let's do a night show tomorrow. It gives me back time to ease off a bit because it's killing me now.
Fair enough. So we'll be back with you tomorrow night at 7:30. Seamless. I'll edit this bit as well. It's going to be one of those positions all over it when I've edited this show together. No, that's it. So, but yes. All right, so we'll go for a 7:30 show. See, look, you guys get to know this live as I do, so this is good. So we'll be with you at 7:30 live.
Full on building tomorrow as well.
Full on building, definitely.
So
We were talking about it last night, so
Oh, right, okay.
you're obviously the last one to know.
Always, definitely. Just tell him what to do and he'll be there. Right, that's fine. I'm going to crack on with the Harrier. Obviously, I'm going to get a load of weather in on this today, is the plan. We're going to go in there with oils. So as soon as I come back from my haircut, because I need it, it gets sheared.
You've got to just get these little bits done at the side and then leave the rest, mate.
Go for a
it's
mullet.
the fashion.
That's it.
Shaved down to the bone.
Yeah, that's it. Can I have a number 1 down here, please? Just leave this. Just hang it over.
I was kind of noticing was at the airport the youths of today with the curly perms on the top.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah, it looks like the curly perm's back. The top perm or whatever for boys is back in fashion.
Oh, right. So they all look like poodles.
We are now definitely going back to 1984. It's quite amusing.
Nice. Right, okay then, guys, we will leave it right there. Thank you for joining us this morning. As I say, we will see you tomorrow night live at 7:30. So if you'd like to come along and join us for that one with a little bit of building, a bit of chatting, a few giggles, please feel free and we will see you right there. Don't forget you get all usual bits over at the PM store. Just pop along to pmmodelsuk.com. Got all your glues, your sundries, your tools, your kits and everything else you could ever want as well. So just pop along and grab those. Remember, if you can't see it on the site or with some reason showing out stocks and various things, if you want to shoot us a message, you can do over at sales@pmmodelsuk.com and we'll get back to you some point in the future. Normally within...
Very good, we're on it.
20 minutes. I know, that's it. Very good. Right, okay then, guys, we'll leave it right there. Happy modelling. Take care. See you later. Bye.
Bye.